What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Matt from the East, and welcome to another exciting episode of Whatcha Talkin'? I'm your host, Matt from the East. Welcome to the party. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I need to make a theme song. That'll be really dope. For those of you who have never seen Whatcha Talkin' with your host Matt from the East, this is literally just a show where I just share with you my random thoughts throughout the day as we're going through this coronavirus, and subject but not limited to some stories that I've experienced within life. Today's episode actually is on a story that is kind of crazy, interesting, wild, and funny, all wrapped in one. So sit back and enjoy. Where do I start? Oh gosh. Okay, so the year is 2014. It's sometime in the summer. I'm chilling at the house with a whole bunch of my friends. It's like maybe 9 of us. So I guess it's not a whole bunch, but it's a solid group of friends, about 9 of us just chilling at the house. It's about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. We have nothing to do. We have money in our pockets. We're young, like 19, 20 years old. I'm thinking to myself, okay, what can we do? There's nothing in this little town that we live in to do. Literally nothing at all. All the fun is in Sacramento, the Bay Area. We don't want to go to that stuff because it's just bars over there. There's nothing really fun to just be out and about to do. So we decided to go hit up the Cream, the cookie sandwich place in Livermore, or just go to In-N-Out, and we'll figure it out from there. Downtown Livermore is usually it's pretty vibrant out there, so we figured we would figure something out for the nightlife over there. After we get our ice cream sandwiches, we realize, or a friend of mine actually realizes, oh shoot, we're not that far from Fremont. There's this haunted trail that I really want to check out. Now, for those of you who don't know Matthew, immediately I think to myself, haunted trail, ghost, what you talking? I don't need to be around that, what you mean? Keep in mind, America, my immediate thought is that we're a group of 9. 4 of us are black men. The rest, they're not black. I'm thinking to myself, in the movies, first you hear the eerie music, you hear a noise that's unfamiliar, somebody's getting chased, and then the darkest one dies. Darkest one was me. I am darkest one. I'm thinking to myself, for my survival and everybody else's, we should not do this. Nobody listened to me, so we ended up going anyways. I drove my car, I had 4 people. My friend Sterling drove his car, he had 5 people, or 3 people. Whatever. We had a good amount of people in each of our cars. So all 9 of us could travel in 2 separate cars. We get there. America. It was dark. There were no lights at all. It was a trail, and it's a Googleable trail if you look. I don't remember what the trail was called, but at the time we had looked it up, and it was actually listed as a haunted trail with spirits and uneasy ghosts and all this mumbo jumbo, yada yada yada. But I'm thinking to myself, why are we here, bro? If this is haunted, we have no business being here. You guys are really just looking to feed the deeply rooted ignorance and idiocracy that you have within your minds. And I don't want to be part of it at all. I don't want to be part of this at all. But I did. I carried on. Sterling absolutely had the power of being able to convince me to do things I normally would not do. Nothing crazy, you know. Well, this is probably the furthest extent of craziness that he got me to do. But I absolutely did it. And so we show up, we're walking around the trail. It's super dark. We're just using the lights of our phones. And there's one light by a railroad track that's like maybe a half mile deep into the trail. And so off in the distance we could see that light, but all around us it was pitch black. We're all together. We have the lights for our phones. There's no cell phone service, mind you. We're walking around, we're hearing noises. We're not sure if it's just our feet or if it's the animals or ghosts or whatever. Ghosts don't have feet, so how would they be making noises like that? But you know what Scooby-Doo, they'd be going, ooh. So we weren't really sure what it was. We all stopped walking at one point, and we realized, and turned around. We turned around and realized that we were actually being followed by some deer, and then another time, about maybe 25, 30 minutes later, we were being followed by some wolves, which was creepy. They were hungry, they were licking their chops. And so I was instantly thinking to myself, how am I going to plan my getaway? Because clearly nobody here cares for my life. And we all know, as I said before, the darkest one dies first. So I'm thinking, sucks for y'all, I'm the only track athlete here. I will run away and escape. Good luck. That's literally where my mind went at the time. I was thinking, I need to live. Thankfully, we didn't get attacked by any wild animals. Anyways, though, so we're walking around, Wesley decides, he's one of the people in the group, one of the black guys, he decides to veer off and do his own thing, which is so stupid. And I was thinking to myself, no, I said, bruh, did you not hear what I said before? We always die first in the movies. You're gonna hear some crazy music popping up out of nowhere, talking about, they're gonna look around, and then something's gonna be running at you, and you're gonna disappear, and then you're gonna be in the back of the milk carton talking about, have you seen me? Nobody listens to Matthew. Thankfully, that did not happen, but it absolutely could have. Wesley was not abducted by any ghosts or crazy people with sheets, thank God. We all get back together eventually. I don't know how we did because nobody had cell phone service, but we were able to get back together. We stayed together the rest of the time. We're going back to the cars. We're walking to the cars. We get in the cars, we get on the freeway. Driving from Fremont back to Patterson, which is where we initially came from. It's about a 45-minute drive. It's 3 o'clock in the morning at the time. We are all but tired. Butt tired. Is that the same people say? Butt tired. We're all really tired, long story short. We're in the car. I'm thinking to myself, my eyes are getting heavy. I want to go home. There's nobody else on the freeway besides Sterling and I. Maybe like a quarter of a mile, maybe like 200 meters behind, there's some cars, but they're all driving the speed limit. Sterling and I are driving fast. We're driving like 85, 90 miles an hour. And he's driving right next to me, closest to the fast lane. I'm in the middle of the freeway. I look over at him, I go like this, I step on my gas. Now, little backstory and insight on Sterling real quick. He's the type of person that cannot say no to a challenge, especially one rooted in stupidity and testosterone. And that was starting to rub off on me slowly, but I absolutely challenged him, and I was like, see ya. I stepped on the gas, and I was going like 95, 100 miles an hour or whatever. And he saw that as a challenge. He steps on his gas. Before you know, we're racing on the freeway. Vroom, vroom. We're having fun. It definitely woke us back up. The adrenaline is pumping. We got girls in the back of the car. I had girls in the back of my car. He had girls in the back of his car. We're all having a good time. And then Sterling starts beating me, by the way. And I look in my rearview mirror as he's maybe like 2 cars length ahead of me. We're going about 120, and I'm thinking to myself, there's a black car trying to race with us. Cool. I step on my gas even more. Let's see if they can try to catch me. Wow, they're really keeping up. And they don't look like they're stressing at all. Clicks on my head. Wait a minute, look at those headlights, Matthew. Wait a minute, hold on, look at the build of that car. That's a Ford Explorer. That's probably a police officer. Maybe you should slow down a little bit, take off the gas. Slow down. I do. I was going 120 at the moment. I step on my brake and I drop down to 90. As soon as I get to 90, I was trying to stop. I was trying to stop. I was thinking to myself, I ain't going to jail for nobody. I don't care. Pride, get over there, playboy. Let me do my thing. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to jail if I don't slow down. I get to 90. As soon as I get down to 90, officer turns on his lights. Officer turns on his lights, America. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking to myself, regardless if I comply or not, you all know how it goes with black people in police, man. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, regardless if we comply or not, it's an unfavorable situation. We get harassed, we get beaten, we get 6 warning shots in our back, we get dragged out the car, some craziness. So I'm immediately thinking this is what's going to happen. Majority of my interaction with police officers has not been good also, and I absolutely comply. With that being said, I'm not a lawbreaker outside of just speeding. I saw an officer and I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just chill. He pulls us over. These are my thoughts, that's why I'm saying this with you guys. These are my thoughts in the time I'm thinking to myself, crap, I'm gonna go to jail or I'm gonna get beaten and or shot with these fine women in the back. That sucks. Officer shuts down the whole freeway. He's doing the whole weave and bob from slow lane to fast lane to slow lane. He pulls over in the fast lane. Sterling and I are now pulled over. He jumps up out his car. He starts running towards my car. He's literally 2 strides in. Mind you, this is a large freeway. He's 2 strides into running towards my car. His gun falls out the holster. It wasn't strapped in at all. I could tell immediately this guy's new or he's just way too excited for whatever reason. This is like his first big bust or something. He jumps out the car. His gun falls out and slides from the fast lane all the way over to the shoulder past the slow lane. I'm all the way pulled over now, not moving. The gun slides over right to my car, literally right in front of my car. Officer is still like a solid 30, 40 meters on the other side of the field when this happens. He's looking around like, where'd my gun go? It's dark outside, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I'm ready to fully accept this ticket and carry on about my day. Hopefully, that's all it was going to be. I was hoping I wasn't going to go to jail. I had my license, my registration, proof of insurance ready to go. I'm sitting with my hands on the wheel, engine off. I'm looking and I see all of this happen. I see him jump out, drop his gun, slides right in front of my door. I look down, I see it, and I was like, you guys see that? One of the people in the back of my car, I'm not going to say who it was, one of the people in the back of my car was like, Matthew, grab the gun, shoot the officer, and drive. And I was thinking to myself, bro, what? And they were talking about, it's better than going to jail. First of all, no, that's crazy. The look on you guys' face right now is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, who do I have in the back of my car? Who are you and what did you do with such and such? What you talking? Shut up, shut up. And so I definitely didn't do that. Officer just ran up to my car, picked up his gun, put it back in the holster, and gave me a sobriety test, all that. He absolutely did not do anything I thought he was going to do at all. I thought I was going to go to jail, for sure. I did not go to jail, thank God. But it absolutely could have been a reality, seeing how it was reckless endangerment, reckless driving, whatever it's called. Sterling and I both get tickets. We carry on about our merry way. We go home driving 65 miles an hour the whole way. I'm thinking to myself, thank God that's over. Fast forward 6 months. It's the 6 months. It's either the beginning of 2015 or the end of 2014. I don't remember. But fast forward about 5-6 months. It's time for me to get a new car. I was previously leasing the car that I had before. I was looking into leasing options, and then my mom had mentioned to me, she was sitting with me and my sister. They were talking with me about how the whole leasing process works, just to give you a backstory. They're trying to tell me that driving record, credit, those are 2 things that play a part in how much you have to pay for the car that you're leasing when it comes to the insurance and just the cost of the monthly fee. Then I automatically remember, oh crap, speaking of driving record, I got a speeding ticket a couple months ago for driving on the freeway with Sterling a little too fast. My mom looks at me, my sister looks at me like, bro, really? Like, did you pay it? I don't think so. I don't know. Let's check and find out. I do a little research, check some emails, realize that they've been trying to get a hold of me. I call the Fremont Hall of Justice. I owe $12 boy Matt from the East, you feel what I'm saying? I got a ticket, y'all got that stuff? They were like, oh, excuse me, sir, Matthew East, Yes, this is Matthew. I mean, yeah. They tell me there's a warrant out for my arrest. I start tripping. The phone's on speaker, so my sister and my mom are both hearing this conversation. I start freaking out. I said, why is there a warrant for my arrest? Well, you did not pay this ticket. It's been 6 months, and so it immediately just went to that because of the severity of this ticket and what was involved in this ticket, or you receiving this ticket to begin with. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to jail. But then I was thinking to myself, okay, wait, can I still pay this now? Or can I still pay this and not go to jail? And they said, yes, possibly, depending on when you pay it. Because the warrant is active, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, so I say to them, so I don't have a job now. However, I can get a job. I know how to hustle. I can mow some lawns, I can sell some candy, I can get a job, I can do some yard work, gardening, landscaping, whatever. I can find a way to make the money and pay this off. This is a $900 ticket that I did not have. I only had like $50 at the time. And so I tell them, if I get a job or whatever, can I just pay this off and not have to go to jail? And they say, possibly, but if I was to show up to your house tomorrow, you're going to jail. Shout out to my sister, she was like, Matthew, I got you. You can just pay me back, we'll just put you on a payment plan, but you need to work. We're going to put you on a payment plan and you can slowly pay me back. She paid, thank God. And so because of the grace and mercy of my sister, I did not go to jail, which I absolutely could have. How long would I have been there for? I'm not sure, but it would have been long enough and too long, which I was not trying to have on my record. Thankfully, that is clean off of my record now, but that indeed is the story, ladies and gentlemen, of how I had a warrant for my arrest and I almost went to jail. Moral of the story, regardless of how tired you are or how badly you want to go home, speeding is not worth it. It is not worth it. Excessive speeding is not worth it. Sometimes, that 65 mile an hour speed limit or that 75 mile an hour speed limit is just doing a little, just kidding. go the speed limit, everybody. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Whatcha Talking with your host, Matt from the East. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.